is a collaboration of wisdom in what you think, faith in what you possess, charity in what you have, and love in what you do. For wisdom is knowing, faith is believing, charity is giving, and love is sacrificing. Honored guests, school administrators, department heads, members of the faculty, parents, friends, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It was 4 years ago when I looked for a school to enroll. I took the entrance exam, then had the panel question and answer part. I was lucky to pass the interview, but I was not fortunate enough to pass the test. I failed and I was so disappointed. So then, I was left having no choice but to find another one. By the next school I entered, I got accepted and enrolled. This thing in the past had brought me to the portals of the first founded university in Cebu, the University of the Visayas. I would not deny it was my shortcoming that delivered me to this institution. But I could not also set aside that my failure had directed me to where I stand now. Yes, it is true, UV is just my second choice. But on this very moment, I say to you, my second choice is the best choice. Today is the day when all our misfortunes have turned into luck, all our sufferings have shifted into relief, and all our failures have become our success. The vision we keep in mind and the reality itself are in unison and both happening together. It is on this day when we arrive to the end point of the horizon we long to reach for, our graduation day. The 4-year chance of being a high school student is ended by this day's commencement exercises. And along with this are the experiences we have embraced and the people we have been attached to. When we are to look back, we were just little learners who roamed around the four corners of the Rosita Square, playing in the quadrangle, and enjoyed the company of each other. Our minds were fully booked with topics to be reported and lessons to be studied. Examples are the never-ending search for the X and Y axis, the non-stop conversion of Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Kelvin, the unforgettable napkin folding and bartending in the classroom, the memorization of the rules in parallelism, ang walang kamatayang pagtuklas na mensahe at aral ng bawat kwento, the continuous checking of supply and demand in the world market, and the ballroom dancing, singing, and showcasing of talents. We even tried having misunderstanding with our friends and companions. We had known how it felt to be wrong, scolded, and corrected by our teachers. Come to think of it, all of these experiences, good or bad, will eventually become memories of the past. Each one of us has a struggle before making it into here. Some had crossed a road of adversity and sacrificed a lot. Others have ridden a ride filled with hopeless faith and faithless hope. Whatever is our story, I can sum up it into one conclusion. We all deserve to be here. On a personal note, allow me to share with you my journey. I speak in front of you not because I obtained the highest grade nor exerted the biggest effort. I guess it is because because along the way, I was the most transparent in feelings of dislike and the most expressive in words of disapproval. Leader is a good follower, but then for me, what makes a good leader is not the ability to follow, but the skill to listen. I always believe in my principle that leading is not about changing the people. It is about living with the people. You can never progress and achieve the change you want if you cannot learn how to live the lives of your followers. To be honest, I did not enjoy my last year in high school. And I blame this to one person. I blame myself. Because I let my doubt overcome my trust. I let other people affect my being. I was driven away by my reluctance and uncertainty. I lost my happiness in the presence of my fears. I was tempted to quit for many times. But what made me go on was the boundless support of the people who were always beside me, and extending my gratitude is a way of giving back. First and foremost, to the Lord, who is the main source of love, passion, guidance, and enlightenment. I thank Him for the abundance of blessings for each day of my life, for the bestowal of talents, for making me strong when I am weak, and for uplifting me when I am down. To the Gulyases, for being the instrument of our gathering this day, and for being the bone and flesh of this university. Your goodness and goodwill signify that you are all fallen angels to us. To our department heads, Mrs. Venus M. Cortez, and Mrs. Charlo M. Pinadel, thank you for working so hard and making impossible things attainable. I thank you for making me strong and even stronger. Next, may I request all the teachers to please rise. With pride and honor, I tell you all, these people are the reasons behind our festivity this day. We will not become who we are today without the proficiency of these people. These are the kind of molders who do not need teaching their job, but their passion. You are the heroes that the world should look up because in your work, you are imparting a piece of yourselves and sharing a part of your lives. Because of your good deeds, we will be permanently indebted to you. Thank you so much, teachers. To the Junior Supreme Government Officers and to our advisor, Ms. Irene Rianto, it is indeed painful to say that we have gone through the most difficult part. People knew our organization by name, but not by story. We passed a number of tribulations we thought we could not surmount. There were times when the only thing left to us is a single thread of faith to ourselves. However, we kept holding on to this thread. We chose to hold tight because if we did not, we might have failed in giving justice to the vow of service we pledged to offer. I thank you, Ms. Irene Rianto, for not only doing your job, but for also subsidizing and providing money from your own pocket when the need demanded. The Junior Supreme Government is always in need of your leadership. Never give up for the organization needs. We, the officers, salute you. To my first organization, the University of the Visayas Senior Scouting Unit, our Scout Master, Mr. Irvin I see it as a way of life. I thank you, my co-scouts, for you have let me feel a home away from home. As I and some members leave the train, let us eternally remember what the Scout slogan has instilled to us. Once a Scout, always a Scout. Today's celebration is not the victory of the school personnel, not the victory of the teachers, and not even to the graduates. This is a victory to the parents. To all of you here, may I request you to stand up. Again, to all the parents, may I request all of you to stand up. I can just proudly say, parents, you are the real valedictorians. The wisdom and expertise inherent to us stand as our light and guide to earn the triumph we cease to enjoy. You are with us from the beginning up to the end. In this way, you are also graduates. We know that extending thanks to you is not enough to pay off all your afflictions and distresses, but may our accomplishments be a tool to lessen your burden and be an engine to boost the gladness you feel for us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, parents. To my mother and father, may I request you to also stand up. To my mother, you always know that everything I do is for you. Until now, I am clueless of where you get your strength from. Never ever be vulnerable, because in you I gain my power. Thank you for manifesting your love by working with us and for us. My dreams are your dreams as well. A little bit of weight, and we will be able to achieve them all. To my father, thank you for being supportive in all aspects of our needs. You are the provider of the family. I appreciate the labor you administer every day in bringing me to school. Without your hard works, I can never go this far. To the former members of the faculty, specifically Mr. Christian S. Flores, Mrs. Jenny Rose Serran Flores, Mr. Dante T. Abishano, and Ms. Johnny John D. Serran. I am the luckiest person to have met a perceptive, sagacious, and supportive mentors as you are. You did not break your promise that even if you left, I would still live and count on you. When nobody could understand me, you were there to comprehend. When I wanted somebody to talk with, you were there to listen. When I was helpless, you were present to defend. You were my protector, advisor, and my listener. Thank you so much. To my classmates, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. We are born to become siblings. I will be treasuring our memories for a lifetime. I am the most grateful person to have you in my ups and downs. When I was about to surrender, I looked at you and found the spirit to persevere. We had our fights and troubles, but at the end of the day, we still managed to forsake our ego and forgive ourselves. I hate you now because you give me thousands of reasons to miss you. Mrs. Leia, thank you, Miss, for taking the lead for us not to be misguided. You are the living evidence that a teacher is a mother as well. We love you, Miss, and we will miss you. To my closest friend, Kyle, for all the laughters we have shared to one another, for all the motivations we did when we were in despair, and for all the talks we had with regards to our nonsense love life. You will forever be a best friend of mine. To Camille, Vince, Kim, and Charlotte, for the bondings and teasings we had throughout the year, accept my gratitude for the countless help you gave me. You do have a place in my heart. To Mary, Villas, and Martin, for always being with me going home, for the patience in waiting for me to finish my tasks before we can go, and for welcoming me in your home several times. And most especially, to those who doubted, to those who did not believe, to those who underestimated, to those who criticized, to those who made lies and fabricated stories, and to those who hindered and blocked my way, I thank you the most. Your ambivalence completes me as a person. You are invited for today's celebration. My fellow graduates, as we start, so should finish. Perhaps this is the unseen effect of every graduation. It is about showing joyful satisfaction, but from this hides the last opportunity for us to express our words of goodbye. It is pushing yourself to let go and move on. Nevertheless, if we are to analyze, it is only the school year that ends, not the relationships we build. Our friends will still be our companions. Our teachers remain as our educators. Our parents remain as our motivators, and God Himself continues to be our origin of graces. May Helen Keller's quotation remind us that what we once enjoyed, we can never lose, because all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Behind every congratulation lies the message of love. As we impart another track, as we read another page of the book, may the learnings we consume in this university become our strongest weapon in the next battles to encounter. May this graduation and the diploma we bear become a promise to ourselves and a commitment to our parents to strive even harder in order to encompass greater heights in the future. When we are scared of our tomorrow, let us just remember what the Bible states for 365 times. Do not be afraid. Let me end my speech by sharing with you the lesson I realized all through the years. When you are in pain and seems no one to care, keep fighting, keep going. The only way to know life is to experience it in the most unfathomable manner. You will never learn if you will never get hurt. It is normal. It is part of the process